guys, welcome back to Two Idiots Lost in Space. Today we're going to be playing Oxygen Not Included. This game's finally out. I've been playing it since the alpha, and I've not really touched it since the rocketry upgrade. So today we're going to start a new game, and we're going to start on the no sweat. Basically this just makes it a little easier. There's not going to be ridiculous challenges. You can change between where you want to start and here. And if you change the worlds, you can see down here that there's volcanoes, there's lack of oil. Basically, if you want to start easy and you've not had any particular experience in this game, then Terra's definitely the world to start. So we're going to start this game off, and we're going to go from there. Get this funky looking loading screen when you can see everything at the bottom where it's introducing you. So basically, I started this game off about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I loved it from the start. It wasn't too deep back then. There was no real end goal, but now that there's an end goal, I thought I'd pick it back up and we'll see where we go from there. The end goal for this is you make it into space. If anyone who's not played this game before, you discover yourself buried deep underground and you've got to try and escape. So here's our three guys. We've got Ruby, Harold and Max. This person is an interior decorator, which means they have increased creativity. And Yoke, like these red ones are the negatives. So this one can't do any research, this one can't do any doctoring, and this one can't do any research. So because we got two Yokes, I'm going to get rid of this guy, just because this one has diver's lungs, so they'll use less oxygen. We'll go for that a little later. This one's a night out. No. Farming. That's always a good one to have. Falls asleep periodically. Oh god. These rerolls are terrible. Farts frequently. It's always a bonus, I suppose, if you like that. Squeamish. Allergies. Excessive sneezing fits. That's always a... Can't perform attacking. Okay. Destructive. No taste. So that's always good. Oh, I think this colony name is very apt for probably how it's going to go. A tragic hovel. Let's go from there. We're going to embark and we're going to get the opening screen. Here we go. I've awoken in a targeted location, but my colonization efforts have already hit a hitch. I was supposed to land on the surface, but became trapped miles underground. So, just going to pause it quickly. So right off the bat it says there's no outhouse and there's no oxygen diffuser. So, the surface is way up here somewhere. This orange stuff is copper, which is the metal you need to use. Here's the very needed water everywhere. Algae is used for oxygen, but we're going to jump straight in and see where it goes from there. So right off the bat, we're going to need to dig. We're going to need to clear a little section. These guys create oxygen, which is always helpful. So rule number one is, if you have a fresh body of water, you're going to want to keep it where it is. You're not going to want to pollute it. You're not going to want to put anything over it that's going to drip into it. You're basically going to want to keep this one area very secure, not really dig into it too much. You're going to want to keep it where it is. That's always where I've gone from. Could be completely wrong, but why you'd want to pollute your own only water system would be a mystery to me. So right here is the base tool. You can see where there's a ladder. You can go up and down with your guys. Tiles. Basically, you can run a bit faster. Plus, you can run cables through everything, which is down here in plumbing. So, we haven't unlocked plumbing yet, but power. You can run wires through this. If you want to run wires through the normal soil, then you're going to really need to... Well, it basically destroys it at first and then goes from there. So right off the bat, it says we need an outhouse. So we're going to put an outhouse right here. So as soon as someone comes in through this teleporter, they're going to see where all of our people do their wonderful business. We're going to have some tiles down here to start... Oh, no. So we're not going to want to build some tiles up here. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to get some tiles and build it down here and go from there. No outhouse. And then the next thing we're going to need is to go get some oxygen production up. oxygen is probably going to be one of the biggest problems in this game. So, obviously, you're underground, there's limited oxygen. These things start off producing you some oxygen, but they deteriorate fairly rapidly. As you can see, it's emitting oxygen, if you want to be technical. But it does break down. It's, as you just saw there, 171.3. It basically deteriorates down into it's got nothing left, and then it disappears, which can leave you out of luck really quick. So what we're going to want to do here, we don't have enough metal. Hopefully this gets enough. I'm going to speed it up a little bit just because we're at the start. So metal, once they dig it up. So first of all, we're going to need to put down a storage unit. So what this is anything that gets put on the ground once you dig it, you set it up. Just take everything. They're going to put everything in here. It's basically like a chest. So power. We're going to have a manual generator, which isn't the best, but it is what it is. So we're going to have some wiring. We're going to have a battery right here. Oh, forgot to put down the tiles first. I'll show you guys. So this is what happens. They just dig it out, put some cables down, and you can't use anything above it, if that's the case. We're going to go down into oxygen, and then oxygen diffuser. This is the bog standard level 1 unit that produces oxygen. So, like oxygen and gases in real life, the lighter gases go to the top, and the heavier ones go to the bottom. If I press F1 right now, you can see that this is all very blue. So if it's unbreathable or barely breathable, it's down here. So carbon dioxide, you can't breathe, so it's in red, so that automatically sinks to the bottom. So if you're going to want to have a base, basically put all the oxygen producing towards the bottom, but not at the very bottom, and it will float up to the top, and all the breathing that they put down will come straight down to the bottom. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to build a ladder, and although this is all carbon dioxide, I'm going to dig straight down, because if I put it in here, as soon as you withdraw water, it's going to come straight in. I'll mess it up, so press C. Basically what they're going to do is they're going to dig all the way through. Food, micro masher. This thing is terrible. Just god awful terrible. But you need it. You need to start the game, and you'll see when we can get the metal. That's always fun. Just everyone have a little sleep. We'll attack this guy. Actually, no, we'll just let him run around, and whatever he's doing to Harold and Nisbet, we'll just give them some privacy and we'll go over here. This thing's a shine bug. So basically, they lay eggs, they float around, they basically do their own little thing. You can cultivate them much later on. As I was saying to you earlier, I've not played this game in a very long time. You couldn't cultivate anything before. So when that happens, we'll go from there. I don't really want to go into here, but we're gonna dig straight through, because why the hell not? And this can be the later area for our base expansion. I'm going to try and go probably about as wide as the screen, and then maybe go up and down, but we'll just see how everything goes. So, plumbing. We're going to want a bottler. So basically what this is it lets people put... Well, I'll just hover over this for you. Manually pumps liquid into bottles, easily to transport. So everyone needs to drink in this game, and the people you normally get to start with are normally pretty picky. So we're gonna have to struggle through that. I can't just build it straight through. It has to be at the same level as the top, which is annoying. I don't really want to get rid of this just because it's producing oxygen. So we'll just dig around it at first. Then when it disappears, we'll just open it up and put a little tile in. Okay, so the next stage is a food source. Food, micromasher. Okay, we can build this now. So I'm going to put this right here, right next to everything else, because we don't have a lot of metal, and we're going to go from there. What is... Oh, I don't know what this symbol means, but... Oh, we put one down accidentally. Thank you. Right, so if you dig and there's sand above, everything just falls straight down. So if I was to dig this layer out, this entire grey-yellow layer of sand will just fall straight through. It's very annoying. Take it into consideration because it can mess you up pretty well. Right, so from here, so if I press F1, you can see how all the carbon dioxide is falling down into here, and all the fresher stuff's at the top. So from here, I'm going to actually dig straight through this way, and put down some flooring. Should be very nice. Where when you go there, dig. So I kind of want to extend up, but this algae and dirt's all going to fall down, so we'll just do this at first. It's going to just fall straight down, and right from here we're going to put some cots in. This is where the people sleep. If you don't have cots down for too long, they become really frantic. You see up here it's giving us a bit of a prompt to start. It's basically saying you suck, just get a little better. And the wash basin doesn't need to be connected to water. Let's put it next to the outhouse, because as soon as they do their business, they can come straight out and wash their hands. We'll put in another storage unit, and everyone's sleeping right now. So later on, you might have emergencies and things like that. You can toggle red alert. Basically, it stops you guys doing whatever they're doing and perform tasks. They could be middle of a sleep, they could be middle of eating. That's what they would do. So put this back into all. So the manual generator, someone runs on it, basically a giant hamster wheel, and goes from there. So micromasher. So what these need is meal lice or just dirt. This is the very bog standard entry food. Nobody likes it, nobody wants it, but it's sustenance, quotations. Okay, so we dug through the sand here, it's all fallen down. Very annoying. This is getting to where it needs to be right now. It's only 16% left. See how it's all just flying through everything. As soon as this disappears, we're going to be in pretty big problems. So we're producing 32 kilograms, and we consumed 160. So I'm going to need to build another one of these. Pretty sharpish. And I'm going to put it down. I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to build a little ledge. I'm going to put it down here. Because then all the stuff it produces will come straight up the top. Hopefully that will work. Nobody really likes seeing... Actually, I'm going to cancel this straight off the bat. So much later on you get deterioration for decor. And if you see wires running through ladders, although it makes the most amount of sense, people hate it. They absolutely hate it. So either deal with it early and remember it, or you're going to be facing a lot of problems later on. Invalid. Construction. Diffuser. Yes, just build. Just build this and it'll all be fine. In fact, I'm going to prioritize this. So basically, if you put the priority up, it stops whatever they're doing and puts this in first. We don't need this. Cable, are there any more? So the printing pod. So every however long, I'm not sure how it is, you can get a new person or a care package. So this care package is hatchling eggs. Not really sure what this is. I imagine they're probably going to grow up into something that we're going to have to feed. These people, oh, they're just so bad. They've got 2 bad ones. So we're going to get this person. So basically what the stress reactions is if they get too stressed, they're going to do whatever this is. So destructive, they're going to destroy stuff. If they're an ugly crier, it will just stress out other people, because no one likes an ugly crier. And if there's stress reaction and vomiter, they will just vomit absolutely everywhere. As soon as you get people going into the stress, as soon as they start stressing out and doing stuff like that, it's a real downward spiral. It can get out of hand very quickly. We're going to need more metal, so we're going to dig this out. The sand's going to fall down. Whoop-de-doo. I'm going to dig out some of this metal, and all the water's going to come down here and open this up. So that's why these aren't getting built. We haven't got enough metal right now. So metal's up here. So this is everything you collect. There's no critter eggs, there's free seeds. And we'll get into that a little bit later on. This is the food storage right now. This is basically a box. It's not refrigerated, but this is where we put all our food. Okay, so no one wants to do anything because they're sleeping. The oxygen is not running because no one wants to run. It's just all in all not a very, very good thing. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to research some stuff. And I can't build this now because I don't have enough metal. So basically research opens up the next tiers of stuff that will ultimately let you lead a pretty happy life in this. People will get less mad, and because of that, you know, just generally get a little better. Have these guys now got stuck? Oh no, they can jump too high. That's pretty nice. So these batteries, they deteriorate over time. There we go, but slowly loses charge over time. So it's very annoying. So right off the bat, we're going to need a research station. Put this down right. We'll put it down right here. It's probably not the best of places, but at this point, we just need some research going. So if I press F1 right now, you can see how this cavern just is all the carbon dioxide. You can follow it, and you can see the carbon dioxide sort of like roaming around. You can get it later that you can get floors at vents, which is very helpful. If you build too many floors, it stops the flow up and down, which is quite annoying. So research. So this is the entire research screen. When I first played it, it was maybe like this. It was very small. Down here, there's, I'm guessing stuff. Yeah, this is stuff for the rocket. That's a long way off. So the first thing I'd always start with is basic farming, then meal preparation, agriculture. We want to get a refrigerator. Losing out on food is so important in this, it's not even funny. So get that in there, and you can do skills. This shows you everything that everyone can do. So this is brand new for me. It's like grilling, cooking, research. No, we want to do priorities. So you're going to find whoever's the best at researching, which is here, and they all have no points except this person. So this person is going to be the only one that wants to do research. It's a very high priority. They'll do this over anything else. So that's going to be... Watch this not be the person. Oh, it is the person. That's strange. Normally it's the worst person doing it and the best person just runs off elsewhere. So as you can see, our storage is getting slowly filled up. This one's completely full. Invalid oxygen. We're still running ridiculously low. So you can't get too much oxygen in the air. It says this is max pressure. Basically what this means is you can't go over like 1700. You basically can't just keep producing it over and over and over. So in this is what we want. So produces oxygen from carbon dioxide. We're going to put this right down here. So what this uses, it uses algae, and it's going to very slowly change all the carbon dioxide into oxygen, which isn't amazing. It's pretty horrible, but to get rid of carbon dioxide, it's always a bonus. So there's the ration box, which is the unrefrigerated box, and refinement, which is a compost. So polluted dirt comes out of here. It's not the best. Okay, so we're going to put... How many people we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to need 4 beds. No one's going to get their own room. It's a very small colony right now. We're going to go from there. They're going to have to love it or lump it. We're going to put the compost down here. Planters. This is what we're going to need next. And we are missing cultivated soil, which would be this, the dirt. So we're going to need to get some of this out. Basically dirt, as you can imagine, is what you grow stuff in. The more you can grow, the better everything becomes for you. As soon as you can start growing stuff, your game becomes so much easier than what you originally started with. To get rid of these things, unfortunately you need to click on everything to say, hey, I've seen it. We're going to go from there. So here's all the beds. We're going to get everyone to do a sweep, which is move all debris into storage. So everything that we have in here should go into one of these now. It's very annoying, but it needs to be done. People hate it when you get clutter. So, Sawback and he's hungry. Not amazing. But you see how today's stress negative, which is good. But basically, people start zombie spores. I have no idea what that is. It doesn't sound amazing. He's got 12% food poisoning. It's probably because you're eating compressed dirt. But, you know, I can't pick what you do, really, can I? We're just going to do that. We're just going to do it all. All of this in there. And, oh my god, we need to get better energy at some point because losing this could be very, very problematic. There's people researching. We have one person on this. One person's washing their hands. What are these people doing? Let's find out what Howard's doing. He's storing algae in a box. That's what we want. Okay, so let's do a little tidy up. That's what we want from everyone. We're going to put a little ladder down here. I don't know if they can climb down like that, but we'll see. I hope so. Otherwise it's a bit of a waste of a ladder. Probably not though. Probably just wasted a lot of stuff right there. Okay. Research in here. So we've got an egg cracker. Eggs can now be made into ingredients. A farm tile, so good. You can put it as a floor tile, like a regular old floor tile, and it will start to grow stuff. A table, everyone wants to sit at a table. Unfortunately, it can only be used for one person, so you need 4 tables. And then there's an electric grill, which is the improved grill. Yeah, we don't care about that. Food. So we're going to want, first of all, I would say probably get a planter. But if you have some stuff for tiles, see here, uses a floor tile and rotate it before construction. Deliver fertilizer and liquid to the tile and it accelerates growth. Whereas this one is just, you know, you put it down. So this one's kind of a put down and forget. We're going to go for that first. We haven't got too many people. We haven't got everyone kind of doing what they need to do. So right off the bat. So people can jump gaps. So I'm going to do this so that all the oxygen can go down. We're going to put down some food. We're going to put down a couple of planter boxes. So these can grow, I believe, 2 high, maybe 3 high. We'll see. If it's 3 high, we'll just clear out a little bit more. So we have some more stuff coming in 0.9 cycles, which is, you know, a cycle's a day. So it's not too bad. It's not the worst. It's not too bad. I don't know why it's... I guess it's saying it's someone coming in. I don't know. I couldn't tell. So this person loves digging. She's a digger. So we're gonna... You can get hats? Oh my god, this is all brand new to me. Well, I'm glad we can go for this together. Rocket piloting. Okay. So she's not gonna probably be that. She will be a hard digger. I suppose when your skill level goes up, you can look at that in skills, not in skills. You unlock a, if I go to research, it's called a job board. Not called a job board. Skill. Okay. Apothecary. Skill scrubber, no. Okay, it's not called a skill something. Well, we'll find out later. Basically what it does is, I assume this, and the more points you get, so this person is 1 point already. What's she good at? She's our researcher, isn't she? Yes. So she's going to become a medicine supply. Ooh, carry 400 kilograms, that's pretty good. So we're going to put her in this. So she's good at construction, she's good at science. We're going to do this. She can use supercomputers. and go from there. So every point you get, you can put it into one of these. So eventually we're going to need stuff like farming, carrying, it's not so much. Medicine is definitely, so medicine, research, cooking and farming are our big ones to start off with. So in these you can put down some seeds. I've got all these are all new. I had this one, and this one when we first started. Many moons ago. What are these guys waiting for? Dirt. Do we have any dirt? We have a lot of, we have more dirt than anything else. So we're gonna put all these in. 6 cycles. So I'm not sure what's happened here, but basically there's water on the ground. Soggy feet. Someone's probably had an accident. Oh no, the toilet has broke. So in case this happens again, we're going to put a tile on either side, because this is basically one of the worst things that can happen in the game for you. So now everyone's going to get soggy feet, they're going to be unhappy. It just becomes a real nightmare. So we're going to say SMOP, top priority, the highest priority than anything else. We're going to put a little tile here to stop the water coming through, because this is all polluted now. It's not the best. Actually, we'll put it there. Then that should stop what's on that side. But you see how it's all dripping down? It's not amazing. Still not producing enough oxygen. Okay, it's not a problem right now, but it will be soon. We'll plant all these. How long does it take to grow? It takes 3 cycles, so 3 days. That's not bad. And it basically produces one of these wacky looking things. And that is the best thing to start off with food. An electric grill. If it finds it, eliminates foodborne diseases, stays tasty. Okay, so this is huge. This is really big. Did not expect it to be this big. Do we want it up here? Or do we want to try to keep it close? We can try to have like a little kitchen over here. Let's try that. Let's have the grill here, a couple of tables. Okay, let's try that. So we're going to dig all this out. Going to have some power coming through. Going to have to jump the gap, unfortunately, so everyone's going to hate it because they're just so picky. Okay, where are we? So, still not producing enough oxygen, unrefrigerated food. Okay, we get it. Food is a problem. But that's why we need a refrigerator. Oh, we need a supercomputer for this. God damn it. Supercomputer. Is this... Don't tell me it's in here. It's here. Okay. So before we can research a fridge, we need a supercomputer. So I don't know why this is the best way to go about it, but that's what the game says. So we're going to have to do that. So I think from here, this is where we're going to sign off, and when we get back, we're going to essentially have a supercomputer. We're going to have the grill built. We're going to have some mess tables put down. I'll put those down right now so you guys can see it. And then we'll go from there. Once this is all done, we should... Oh, what is happening here? Once this is done, we should all be pretty good. Thanks for watching, guys, and when we get back, we should have everything as I said. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye, guys.